Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Karen Whiting, author of quite a few books, and this is my granddaughter Julia, who's here to help us today. We're going to be showing you how we make gumdrop flowers that we put on top of cakes and glazed special breads and cupcakes. All right, and one of the first things we do is we take a gumdrop, we put it on our surface that has been sugared, so you can use your counter or a parchment paper, or I have a little silicone pad. And then you're going to sprinkle that gumdrop with some sugar because it's going to get sticky as we open it up and roll it. So Julia's going to sprinkle that now with some sugar. Okay. And then she's going to take a piece of parchment paper and put that on top. And then she will start rolling that back and forth there. Just going to roll it. We want to get a nice long strip from it, and let's take it though, because partway through we're going to turn it over and put a little of that sugar, some of the sugar that fell off back on, and roll it again. Just going to press hard, and that'll keep it rolling. And now let me see this. So we're probably, as we do it, I keep kind of turning it around so it doesn't get too sticky to the parchment paper. I put more sugar on the other side and flip it over. So now you can roll again. A little effort there. And that's probably,
it's done.
You think it's done? I think you're right. That's a good piece for us. So now that we've done that.
That was my first time.
You rolled before earlier.
Oh yeah.
All right, now I will take this, and if there's any opening spots, I can pinch that closed. And I will start at one end and start rolling it up like a little flower. So I get that into the center, and I bring it around here, and I can turn the edges down a little bit as I go to make that opened up. See this? And we're going to get...
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm glad you like that, Julia. And we're going to get our flower. Now, for some of them, I may have them so wide that I can actually turn a little bit of it down that way. And then as I roll this up, I'm going to have almost like a double rose, you would call that, where we've got two layers of it. And I don't want that red on my thumb here. If something starts to pop open, I'll just press that together. And we get a very full one. And it's still pressing open. And see how full that is as I go around? It's a really big kind of rose.
Yeah.
All right. And we get
it's
that.
Like the biggest rose candy.
Okay. Right, so we get that, and we're going to push it open a little more when we put it down. Now if I take a little tiny piece, you know what I'm going to get when I twirl this one around?
A tiny rose.
A little, what we call a little rose bud that hasn't opened up yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the flowers there.
Oh, well, they can't see those flowers. They're outside, but that's right.
Yeah.
Now to make our leaf like this, I can take a green one and cut it in a little bit so I can pull it up. And
I want to do one.
You want to do what? You want to try twisting a rose?
No, I want to do a leaf.
Oh, you want to do a leaf? Okay. Well, we're just going to take this and shape it a little bit, all right?
And you gotta use a rose.
Right, and we're going to use the knife to cut little lines in it, aren't we? So we have little lines. So you can cut those little lines now. Can you work on that?
Okay.
And I'm going to try working on something else here that I think I started. I kind of cut in a little bit into the bottom here, a little bit into the top. And I'm going to be rolling this one up. Let's see how I do on this one. I'm going to split that open a little bit. Do you know what shape I'm making now?
A leaf?
Not quite. Keep looking and think about what I may be making from this.
Butterfly!
Yes, I'm making a butterfly here.
I need this.
So we don't have to just do our
flowers.
We can do some butterflies, can't we? Is that nice to shape it like that?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm glad you think it's all so beautiful. Isn't that nice for, say, a birthday party on top of your cupcakes? And you're still putting those little designs into that. So once we do have our leaf, we put it around our flower.
Uh-huh.
The butterfly might fly above it on our cake or whatever we're going to end up putting it on later. Okay.
Yeah.
And for our tiny little bud, oh, you need that to show you what you're doing. Yes, that makes sense. I'm going to just pull off a little piece from here, from another green gumdrop. And you know, I can make these roses, even if I use the little tiny round gumdrops. When I do them, I will just flatten things out and press edges together to get the length that I need. And that works out fine too. If I have the tiny gumdrops that aren't as big as this one, I do like these bigger ones because they're nice and easy to make. But this one, I'm just kind of pressing and getting that to the shape that I want to go around my little bud. So, how do you think this is going to look?
Cute!
Oh, now we have something cute. Okay. And flowers. It reminds us that God made all the flowers, didn't He?
Mm-hmm.
And we have this here. And He made them to be beautiful, just like He made you to be so beautiful.
Yes. And
see, and now,
you've
been.
A friend.
And see, that's a good shape for the leaf that you're doing, huh? The leaves.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you can always cut these apart and have them separate around a rose. They don't have to be quite together if you don't want to. There's a lot of things you can do when you're making that.
You still need this.
You still need that to check the design you were making. So again, it's not too hard to do. Just take one end, twist it in a little bit, and start twisting these around while you're pulling, letting the edge curl out a little bit.
Yeah, make that.
And every flower is going to be unique. I've got to start this over because I have to press a little bit together that was wanting to come apart. So again, I'm just going to be curling this up and around.
Of this side.
It's the last of that side. That one's got the whole impression on it, doesn't it? For the veins of the leaf, those are called.
Ah, and the water fills them up. Sorta.
Yes, that's the end. But it brings the water up from the roots of the flower, doesn't it? Just like in a tree. Okay, so that's again how you make these simple little roses, and they're really cute. And they just work out really nicely. I'm going to just put that up against there right now to let it stand up a little bit. And you can make them from any size that you have of your gumdrop. I'm doing this. I'm probably going to press it a little bit more.
That one is really small.
It certainly is. We have a little tiny one there, and this one's just a little bit bigger than that one.
This one is staying it together.
Yeah, we just pinch it. It is. Okay, and that's all we have to do. So we can say that if you want to know more about what I do in my books, just go to my website, which is www.karenwhiting.com. WHITING. And Julia and I may be back another day. She's been visiting me this week. Next week I think I have a different granddaughter at my house.
And then last week.
Okay, well last week you visited Uncle Daniel. But thank you for coming into my kitchen and looking at what I'm making today. And have a great week.